I came out here to dump my compost and went to dump the extra water on my mesquite tree. It's what I get for staking it for too long. So I go to mess with this post because it broke is the problem. It was attached. And I gave myself a splinter. I don't know, you can't probably even see it. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it. It goes a little further than what you can see. It's a hell of a splinter. I tried to get it out, couldn't get it out. So fingers crossed that I don't die from a fucking splinter. Alrighty, well, I got a microphone for you guys and I've clipped it to the chin strappy. Hopefully that works and is good and you can hear me because it is a little windy. Huh, something dug at that stake. There's a little hole by it now. Fun. Anyways, off camera, I put stakes up, so there's 4 now. I know 3 is typically the norm, but we did 4 because this guy is just so floppy. And I swapped the little vinyl straps that it had for t-shirt so it doesn't rub the bark or anything. So I think that guy is good to go for a very long time now, until he's strong enough to survive on his own, I guess. Today I want to redo the berm, so I brought some tools, and then also I think it's time to move my compost pile in this general vicinity, although I'm not sure exactly where. I have 2 of them up by the house, and this is just for like yard clippings and stuff. Not that I have a yard clippings, there's no grass clippings, but you know what I mean, leaves and stuff like that. I have a wheelbarrow full from up front and probably 2 more wheelbarrows from the other piles to put out here. And I think probably it needs to go near here because that's my kitchen scrap compost, which I keep separate, two bins, because I don't want to attract, you know, a bunch of cockroaches mostly, but animals and rodents and stuff. So stuff that's really yummy and edible is going to stay in the blue barrel, which at some point is going to get an upgrade into being a real compost bin and not just a barrel. But I think I'm going to start a pile on the ground out here somewhere, also because it's pretty close to where the garden's going to be, so I can get a relatively large pile going. I can't decide if I want to use that old compost box that I built or not. On one hand, it helped keep it moist, being a little bit more protected from the elements. On the other hand, it turned into a cockroach factory real quick, but I also was putting kitchen scraps in there. So I'm not sure that it would do the same thing quite as bad if it was just, you know, leaves and stuff. But on the flip side also is that it was shading it, so it wasn't getting as hot. And with this kind of stuff, there's weeds and whatnot in there, and I want it to get pretty hot so that it cooks it and kills the weeds and kills the seeds and everything. So I might just put it on the ground and maybe even use plastic, cover it and let it cook better and break down faster. I've never really bothered before to try and make the compost go faster because I had nothing but time. I still do have nothing but time on my hands. I'm not starting my garden right now. But obviously if it's really hot in there, then it will also discourage bugs because they would cook in there too. So I don't know. This spot right here feels too close to everything. I don't know if I want to go that way. I haven't gotten a chance to burn all of this yet because of the wind. I will only do that torch on days where there is consistently no wind, because obviously I don't want to burn the whole county down. So I don't really want to start something over there because then I'm going to have to wade through these weeds for the moment. So I guess all that to say, I'm going to start with this because I at least know what I'm doing with this. And we'll see what I end up doing with that. And this is why I'm not doing this. I'm scattering all these seeds everywhere. That's why I've been burning, is because it doesn't scatter the seeds, obviously. It just, everything is incinerated. And there's no chance for anything to pop back up. Right now I feel really stupid for knocking all these seeds out. You guys want to take bets on how many black widows are in here? There are webs for sure. Well, in a surprising turn of events, unless there's a black widow stuck to the rocks, which there could be, I think it's currently empty, currently vacant. Oh, there we go. That was the move. So some of you might have wondered why I put the tree here and why it's below grade. And that was all more or less intentional. It's in between this fork of where the water runs down. And it's below grade for here, but it's not below grade for the wash for here. So the idea is, now that it's established and I don't need the rocks holding it down, keeping it from blowing away and stuff, I assume the roots are in there enough that it's not going to tip over. Not to mention the fact that it's so slender that it wouldn't, probably. The idea is to move all of this soil around to make a swale, which I know will make a lot of you very happy. You guys have been very adamant about me making swales, but I haven't been there yet. Haven't had the situation. So I think this is going to be much more, almost more of a dam than a swale, almost, because I want to come over on either side and reach the wash, and then use the rocks to kind of reinforce it so it doesn't wash away so much. And hopefully when the water comes this monsoon season, it kind of collects over there under the tree. Alright, so I'm more or less happy with the grade. It's not perfect, it's never going to be perfect. But now what I need to do is I want to put a little ditch along the back of that, which will also make that back wall taller. trash blowing onto my property. So this is the compost bin I have right now. And of course, as soon as I start to try and film, there's wind. But hopefully you can hear me. It's got just a mesh lid. I like put like a little window screen over it so it could breathe. This is the lid that goes to it, and it's all warped from the sun. However, that's not a bad thing, because when it gets put on, it's not a perfect seal. So what you'll see that I do here is that I can tip this over and it'll leak. The extra water at the bottom will leak out. And I need to do that first of all because I need to turn it. I can roll it and that'll turn it, and it really needs turned. I'm actually way behind on turning it. But the mesquite tree is right there, and I can roll it to the mesquite tree. Hopefully there is a good amount of water in this, because I've been trying to water less than I had previously, because it was extremely wet last time I did this. That's close enough to the tree for it to get it. I'm holding my breath right now. If you're seeing this compost pail and thinking, oh, Heather has that, I should get it, don't, it sucks. I have had to modify the crap out of it for it to be at all functioning. Not worth the money. Also, I normally cut up my compost, but because I knew this was going to be freshly turned and I could really bury that guy in there, however much I was watering, I've been watering, is apparently correct, because this compost is nice and moist. I mean, unless I wanted some more juice to be able to do that with, I guess in that case I would say I should water it a little bit more. And I should be turning it more, which means I should water it just a little bit more than I have been. That is why we cover this up. Pretty much everything is trapped either inside or outside except for fungus gnats. And in my experience so far, at least during the summer, the fungus gnats from inside the house, they grow in here, but I think their babies die. I think it's too hot. Nothing too serious, just enough to keep it attached to the pole. And I'm using this pole because it's smooth metal, so the critters can't climb up it. So it's very critter proof, which is important to me because I've been having a cockroach issue lately. So alrighty. Give Mr. Mesquite Tree the rest of this. I'm gonna hopefully capture any of that nutrients. Yeah, it's kind of foamy. I think it's working. And let that drain a little bit closer to the mesquite tree. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm composting lately. I don't know if that's of any interest to any of you guys, but that's kitchen waste and paper and cardboard, leaves and twigs and branches and anything that gets raked up from out here. I'm starting a new pile for, and then I'm gonna call it good and go take a shower.